Hey everyone, welcome back. And I am very sorry that I've taken too much time or so much time before coming back here, but I'm trying. I am trying. I told you last time that actually I didn't post that video and I apologize. Things have been happening, but I'm hoping that I'll get better in time. So today I want to talk about dreams. I want to talk about fear. I want to talk about failure. I want to talk about so many things, but what I want to emphasize on is slaying the giants, like just going after what you've been wanting, going after what you want, going after your dreams, chasing your dreams, even in the midst of fear and struggles and everything that we go through. And today I am lucky to be joined by my lovely, lovely husband. And I thank God that we we were able to have this session. I don't know if we'll be doing it a lot, but hopefully we will see after this episode. We'll see if this is a thing now. I don't know how you feel about that. You can tell us how you feel about that. But
On
this
the comments down here.
down
I see
down there.
YouTubers doing
Yeah.
this. Subscribe.
Subscribe here, like here,
Yeah.
and
Like
comment here.
Yeah, comment here.
Like maybe we are pointing the wrong directions.
No, I think that's fine. That's the subscribe is here.
Put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know
Subscribe
which
is
side
here.
I'm at.
No, subscribe is here.
I'll hope that you are right.
It's on the left
Because
side.
you're insisting on it too much.
Is it on the left or the right?
See?
It's on the left. Yes.
Anyway, I'm grateful to have you here and thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
I think this is the best gift for Valentine.
Wow.
I'm not saying that you
done.
don't. I'm not saying
Thank
that
you,
you don't do
Jesus.
something else.
This was my surprise all along. This is what I had planned, man. So
I'm grateful.
ooh, thank you.
Yes,
You're even wearing flowers. You don't need anything else. Man, I'm just sorted.
Moving on. So the other day I was doing my plans for my devotion. I'm doing a plan. There are plans called YouVersion. I will encourage anyone who needs something to help them do their devotion that you download the YouVersion. Like it's
the
really
YouVersion
good.
Bible.
Yeah, it has a lot of plans. Like depending on where
Not
you're
paid
at.
plans.
Huh?
Not paid plans.
Paid.
Just plans. No, I'm saying that you don't have to pay for the plans.
Yeah, you don't have
There
to
are plans to just help.
Yeah. Depending on where you are, like there are so many options. You just click on what you're doing. There's even this plan of reading the Bible in 1 year. I tried and then I cannot do it. Then I cannot do it. It has so many scriptures in one day. Like it has like 4 scriptures, and it's not small
4 chapters.
verses.
4 chapters.
4 scriptures from different books.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then they are very long, and then there are so many. Yeah,
And then you're just lazy.
and I'm very lazy, and I was feeling like, oh my God, I can do this. The first day I was like, I can do this. I didn't even finish one day. But anyway, there are so many plans about love, about forgiveness, about peace, about fear, failure. Everything that a human being needs is there.
Sure.
It's a beautiful thing. So as I was doing my plan, it's called choosing faith over fear. And I happened to bump into this verse. It says from Psalms 112, verse 7. I think I shared this with you.
Yeah.
Mostly when I do the planning, I always share with you. I don't think it's always, but when I share with you, you know that it has hit me so hard.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
man, no. So the verse says, Psalms 112, verse 7, they will have no fear of bad news. Their hearts are steadfast, trusting in the Lord. I have never seen such a verse, that's so it's like asking me, like I was asking myself, what's like to live without fear of bad news, like every time we wake up. I was telling Shiati that every time we wake up and we have the dreams, we have these dreams, we have our jobs, and then we have this thing that we want to start or we want to do. But before we do that thing, we have to analyze every bad thing that could happen if I start this thing, and then every good thing. And if the bad things weighs more than the good things, we will not start that thing. I was telling him, it's like we tell God, okay, God, I want to do this, but first let's sit down and just look at what might happen if I start, and then I will tell you if we'll start, and then you look at them and you tell God, okay, God, I don't think we'll do this. You wait for me, I'll come with something else, and then I'll tell you if we'll do it, this is not the time, you decide for yourself. But this life is not for us, The Bible is telling us that the reason they're not afraid of bad news is because they're trusting in the Lord,
True.
And I was telling God, like, I want such a heart, I want to live without fear of bad news, because it's okay. It's okay. Even if I fail, it's okay, And this plan that I'm doing is talking about failure and the types of fears that we have. And I want to talk about some few common fears that human beings have. Like we have fear of failure. Like this is something that everyone experiences. We have so many dreams in us. We have so many things that we want to do, but we have never started them only because of one thing, fear that we will fail. I remember I have had so many, I've told you this before, I've had so many chances of doing something to do with fashion and design, like going to school or just training myself on tailoring or something. But there was a time that money wasn't the problem, but I didn't do it because I was so afraid that if I start this thing and not start a business, this will fail. Let me just do this first. Let me just
cover for this.
And then I'll cover for this. And you know what happened? You know what happened?
Yeah, I know what happened.
They don't know what happened, so I'll tell them. The business that I was so sure that it will stand, it failed. It failed. I didn't even get to go and do the things that I wanted to do, And then, like, I'm a victim of fear. I've been there. But this year, I think I've just decided, you know what, I will do things. I will do things. And our mistakes, sometimes we forget that when we make mistakes, that's when we learn. Our mistakes are our lessons. And failing is not doing something and not getting good outcome. Failing is not doing something, not doing what you want to do. You failed, not daring, you failed, Those are the things that are actually fears, not what we see as fear, Yeah, I don't know what you have to say about that, the fear of failure.
Yeah. I think it's something that I've also experienced. Like it has been a huge part of my life, and even without me knowing it. Like I've been, I've grown up being taught how to fear, from school, sometimes from home, and I can't blame anyone that it happened, but I just grew up knowing that I have to do things right, because if I don't do this, I'll get beaten, and I couldn't even reach the standards. But then I put standards for myself. Even as I got independent, as I started doing my thing, I put standards for myself, because the standards that were set for me were so high. and I couldn't even reach them, and I always thought of myself as a failure because I cannot do this or do that. So what I decided to do is not to do anything at all. To just stick in my small, in my small box, and just sit there because it's comfortable, and start thinking about how I will do something when I have it all figured out. Like I will do, like I think we talked about this in a recent podcast, our new podcast with Brian, called the reality hype.
Yeah, you guys have to check that out.
Yeah, kindly
It's a beautiful thing.
kindly do and subscribe.
It's starting,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you will love it. The things that they are talking about, you
Yeah,
will love
are
everything.
amazing. Yeah. But that's what I've learned, and so even after God, I've always known that God has called me to do a lot of things, and I've always stopped, not even I can say not being obedient, and just do whatever I feel like is right for me at a certain season in my life. I just try a bit. If I see like this is not adding up, or this is not going anywhere,
or it's
I
not
just
going the direction you want it to go.
Yeah, I just probably pause, or cut it,
Or
but
give up.
yeah, or give up. And I can say that fear has been, like fear is a whole giant on its own, but definitely God has power over all these things. And like sometimes we do not understand how much power we give to fear, but every single day, sometimes when we wake up, I can say personally, when I wake up, like sometimes I have to tell myself that like this day I'm leaving this day to God, and I think those are my best days.
Ask you something.